What was Kristen Bell thinking? The internet can't stop talking about a post that was supposed to be romantic, but ended up sparking outrage across Hollywood. Over the weekend, the Frozen star shared a photo celebrating 12 years of marriage to actor Dax Shepard. But instead of a sweet, heartfelt caption, she dropped a line that made thousands of fans stop scrolling in disbelief. It wasn't the photo that shocked people, it was what she wrote underneath it. A strange love note about how her husband would never kill her, even though he's heavily incentivized to. Now, what Kristen thought was a joke has turned into a full-blown backlash, with fans calling her post unbelievably tone-deaf and disturbing, especially given the timing. So what exactly happened? And why did one caption flip the internet against one of Hollywood's most relatable couples? Let's break down how a single anniversary post became Kristen Bell's most controversial moment. It all started with what looked like a harmless anniversary tribute. Kristen Bell posted a cozy photo on Instagram, her sitting on the bed, wrapped around Dax Shepard in a big bear hug. The kind of sweet, down-to-earth moment fans have come to love from this couple. But then came the caption, and that's where everything went sideways. She wrote, "Happy 12th wedding anniversary to the man who once said to me, 'I would never kill you.' A lot of men have killed their wives at a certain point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I never would." Red heart, at first glance, it sounds like dark humor, the kind of edgy, inside joke you might expect from two people known for being brutally honest about marriage. But when followers read it, the tone didn't land the way Kristen expected. The comment section exploded, some laughed awkwardly, others were stunned. Screenshots of the post spread across X, Reddit, and TikTok within hours, with people asking, did she really just post that? It wasn't long before the internet labeled the caption as one of the most bizarre and tone-deaf celebrity anniversary posts in years. But the real storm hit once people realized when she posted it, and that's when things got much worse. First, many people thought the backlash was just about a bad joke until they realized when Kristen posted it, October isn't just any month. It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, a time dedicated to honoring victims and spreading awareness about partner safety. So when Kristen's anniversary post casually mentioned her husband never killing her, it hit a nerve for a lot of people. Comments poured in within minutes. One user wrote, "This is unbelievably tone-deaf. How could she think this was okay to post right now?" Another said, "There's dark humor, and then there's just being ignorant." Across social media, people accused the actress of trivializing real issues, turning something serious into a punchline. Some even called it Hollywood privilege at its worst, arguing that only someone detached from reality could think that line was funny, and yet, the situation didn't stop there. The longer the post stayed up, the angrier people got. Threads on Reddit and TikTok started analyzing the quote, pointing out how uncomfortable it felt, especially from someone known for being the nice one in Hollywood. What was meant as a silly inside joke between husband and wife had turned into a PR nightmare, one that now had fans questioning who Kristen Bell really is behind the wholesome image. But not everyone agreed. Because while some people were furious, others rushed to defend her, and that's where the debate got even louder. While social media was blowing up with criticism, a different side of the internet started speaking up. Fans who believe Kristen Bell did nothing wrong. They argued that anyone who follows Kristen and Dax knows this is their brand of humor. The couple has always been brutally honest about marriage, the messy parts, the fights, the therapy sessions, and they often joke about it in the most unconventional ways. Supporters said the caption wasn't promoting violence. It was mocking the idea of those dramatic, toxic relationships that so many people glamorize online. One fan wrote, "If you've watched them for years, you know this is classic Dax and Kristen humor, dark but harmless." Others pointed out that Kristen has built her reputation on being open about mental health, marriage counseling, and keeping it real, even when it's uncomfortable. To them, this was just another example of her not filtering herself for social media, but while defenders tried to explain the context, critics weren't having it. They said intent doesn't erase impact, and that Kristen should have known better than to make a joke like that during a month focused on domestic abuse awareness. So now the internet was split, half calling her out, half defending her. And in true Hollywood fashion, both sides were waiting for one thing, her reaction. For years, Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard have been seen as Hollywood's real couple, open, imperfect, and refreshingly honest. They're not the red carpet, picture-perfect type. Instead, they've built a brand on relatability. From talking about couples therapy to fighting over chores, they've made their messy marriage part of their charm. Fans have always admired how real they seemed, like the celebrity couple next door. Kristen's image, especially, has been tied to that America's sweetheart energy, the girl from Frozen and The Good Place who somehow stayed humble through fame. And Dax, with his podcast Armchair Expert, has turned personal struggles into deep conversations about addiction, honesty, and growth. But that openness has a flip side. It blurs the line between real and too real. Over the years, both have shared stories that some found funny, others found uncomfortable. From Dax's brutally candid confessions to Kristen's dark jokes about marriage, they've always walked a thin line between honesty and oversharing. When this anniversary post dropped, it wasn't just another oops moment. It was another test of their brand. Can the couple known for being relatable survive when their humor suddenly feels out of touch? Because as fans debated, the silence from Kristen and Dax started to feel louder than the post itself. As the internet kept tearing into Kristen Bell's caption, one thing stood out more than anything she wrote: her silence. Days have passed since the backlash began, and Kristen hasn't said a word. No apology, no clarification, no cheeky "you all took it the wrong way," nothing. The original post is still up on her Instagram, untouched, as if the controversy doesn't exist. For fans, that silence says a lot. Some see it as confidence, that she refuses to feed the outrage cycle or apologize for a joke she didn't mean to harm anyone with. Others see it as arrogance, proof that Hollywood stars think they're above accountability. And while Kristen stays quiet, entertainment outlets, fan accounts, and gossip blogs are all asking the same question. Will she address it? Or will she just wait for it to blow over? It's a risky move. Because in today's internet culture, silence often speaks louder than any statement. Every hour she stays quiet, the narrative keeps building, and people start filling in the blanks themselves. But the real reason this silence is getting so much attention has less to do with the joke, and more to do with what it might mean for Kristen Bell's carefully crafted image. This isn't just about one bad joke. It's about what happens when relatable celebrities cross the line between honest and out of touch. For over a decade, Kristen Bell has been seen as the nice one, open about anxiety, goofy in interviews, the kind of star fans actually trust. That's what made this backlash sting so hard. People didn't expect her to be the one making a joke that brushed up against something so serious. It's a reminder of how fragile a celebrity's image can be in the age of instant outrage. One caption, one joke, one tone-deaf moment, and years of goodwill can start to crumble. But it's also a reflection of how audiences have changed. Fans don't just want their favorite stars to be real. They want them to be aware, to understand timing, tone, and how their words land beyond their inner circle. For Kristen and Dax, this might just be another online storm that fades in a week. But for a lot of people, it marks a turning point, a sign that even Hollywood's most down-to-earth couple can misread the room in a way that feels impossible to ignore. Because in 2025, being relatable isn't enough anymore. You have to read the moment. And this time, Kristen Bell definitely didn't. At the end of the day, Kristen Bell's post wasn't meant to offend anyone, but that's the danger of humor in 2025. What feels like a private joke to one person can sound like a public insult to millions. Maybe Kristen thought she was being funny, or maybe it was her way of showing that marriage isn't always picture perfect. But once the internet decides something missed the mark, there's no undo button, only damage control. For years, fans loved Kristen and Dax because they made marriage feel real. But now, people are wondering if their version of real has crossed a line. And the longer she stays silent, the more this moment defines her, not as the lovable voice of Frozen, but as a celebrity who finally said something the internet couldn't laugh at, intentional or not. This anniversary post became a snapshot of how fast the internet can turn on you, and how even the most beloved stars can find themselves trending for all the wrong reasons. Because sometimes, it's not what you post that ruins your image. It's what you don't say afterward.